Let's work with arrays now. Now remember that Python does not have built-in support for arrays. So we are using Python lists. So in my example, I'm going to use lists as arrays. However, if you want to work with arrays in Python, you will have to import a library. For example, you can import NumPy, and that will allow you to work with arrays. We'll cover different libraries later. Now, arrays are used to store multiple values in a single variable. For example, we can say that cars is Ford, and then we have Volvo, and we finally have, let's say, BMW. So think of an array as a special variable that can hold more than one value at a time. So if we have a list of items, for example, in our example, we have a list of car names, and we want to store the cars in a single variable, we would have written car 1 is equal to Ford and car 2 is equal to Volvo, car 3 is equal to BMW. But imagine you are doing this with 300 such names. It's very impractical, and that is where a solution is an array, because an array can hold many values under a single name. And if you want to access any element of an array, then we can simply write, let's say x is equal to cars 0, and if we say print x, then we will get the first item. So we have done this earlier, but just a quick recap. We can say x is length of cars. In fact, let me just cut and put it here. Let's call this y, and I also print y here, so we get Ford and 3. So Ford is the number one item and 3 is the number of items that we have. And then we can also use a loop. So we can write for x in cars, we want to print x, and we get all the three names like this. We can append another value if we want to. So if we already have three items with us and we want to add a fourth one, we can say cars.append. Let's say we want to add a Honda, and then when we say for, let me just find the length, that would be easier. So we want to print the length of cars, so the number will be 4 now. And if you want to remove an item, you can simply say let's say cars dot remove, and we have a Volvo, and when you try to find the length once again, now the length will come as